Hey everyone, Sirloin of Beef here, and welcome back to our 100% completionist insanity run of Farming Simulator 22. So here we are again, picking up pretty much right where we left off uh, in the last episode. We have let's see here. So this field did get fully fertilized, so we're done with that. It's finished. It's just gotta grow. Now these two fields will need one more layer of application. So we are, like I said, just gonna kind of fast forward through the months here. So let's go ahead. We are gonna go to 9 a.m. Move it on to the next month. All right, and I hope everyone is enjoying the content and the challenge here. Um, it is going to be a bit of a grind to get there, but I have full intention of 100% completing this. And what happened there? That's weird. Okay, well, wonder if that's like a thing with the beehives. Oh, no, that's strange. Okay, well, is what it is. Not going to worry about it. All right, let's go ahead and get the fertilizer on these two fields now, and then pretty much, unless there's a good contract that we can pick up some good money on, it's going to be a moving straight on to the next month. Because even though we're not going to be doing a whole lot of contracts, that is part of one of the achievements that we need to get that I still haven't gotten. We need to get, or we need to do 50 contracts. All right, and that should have been more than enough. Yep, and it's done except for that little strip there that for whatever reason has nothing in it. All right, let's go over to this one over here. And then, it's funny enough, this is going to be, we spent the money to put these narrow tires on here, and this is going to be the only time we ever need them. And to be honest, I don't even think we need them now because I think you can drive over the crop when it's in its first stage with regular tires, but that's fine. All right. All right, and I know we got to go all the way to the edge there and bonk the fence. All right, so that's done. Yep, fully fertilized. So we're done. We just have to wait for this to grow now. So let's check the contracts here. All right, so we do have a little bit here that we can get done. I'm not going to do any baling. That is going to be uh, that's going to be insane. That's going to be way too much work. Let's see. Ooh, potato. Oh, it's potatoes. Oh, that's rough. Spraying, $10,000 to spray. Well, $8,000 pretty much because it's gonna take that away. But we're gonna have to. Yeah, we're gonna have to put herbicide in it though. Why do we have to even put herbicide in it? That doesn't even make any sense because if we look at the settings, weeds are turned off, but they want herbicide. Okay. Yeah, so the only good ones here we get harvesting. Let's see. Well, it's 42. How big is 42? 42. That's not that big, and that could potentially get us some really good, a really good yield there on the potatoes and everything, and get us some really good money there. So actually, I think we are going to go ahead and pick this up. We'll go ahead and we'll borrow the items. It's only $384 off of 11,000. I mean, that's pretty good. So I know I said that we're not going to do many um, cuts in the videos and stuff like this because it's just going to be pretty much full on, action packed kind of as action packed as Farming Simulator can be. But you know what I mean. Just pretty much just fast forwarding months, getting work done, and just you know one thing right after the other. But this will be one of the instances where I am going to go ahead and do a cut when we do maybe a contract like this, because I know my perfectionism here. I got to get that as center as I can. Okay. Um, because this is going to be a chore. This is going to take a while. So we'll do a little bit of it, of course, here. Let me go ahead. Actually, I need to. There we go. I set my time. I keep forgetting. I run a timer here, kind of while I'm doing the videos, just to see how long is the video going to be, how long have I been recording, and just different things like that of that nature. Just so I kind of know when to start and stop and cut and things like that. Because if I didn't have kind of something telling me to do that, then it it would make it not only infinitely harder, um, but then I think things would be a little bit more all over the place. I'd hate to do, expect to do like a 20, 30-minute video and end up with something that's, an hour and 15 minutes longer, or 2 hours long or something, because you know, I didn't know when I started and or how long I've been going. And I don't know about y'all, but I can definitely get lost in this game sometimes, where you kind of look at the clock and you're like, how long have I been playing this for? All right, so let's get this in here. And let's see. All right. The only thing I think that's going to be limiting us really on getting this done the most, I wonder if we're even going to be able to get the harvester across this bridge, is just sometimes like how small these fields are, because we plan on owning all of this and getting everything done, and some of these fields, are just, they're kind of tiny. So I mean, that's fine and all. I mean, it doesn't bother me one bit, but the one thing that it kind of puts a damper on is progression. Because if you start a game, with a 50-hectare field, or however large, and it's got, like, let's say even something basic like wheat or barley or something in it. Oh, look at that, the advertisement for the premium DLC. um, it's like my ADD. Oh, squirrel. Um, but anyways, and it's got something like wheat or barley even in it or something like that. You harvest that out, and you got 200,000 liters of wheat or something in it, and you go to sell that, and then you got a big huge income boost from that, or whatever. Then the gameplay might be a little bit longer, in the sense of it's going to take you longer to harvest and cultivate and seed and fertilize and all that stuff, because of how large the field is. But in the sense of progression, I mean, you're going to be progressing at a rapid rate, because every time you do a harvest, you're getting such a huge cash injection that it's just like, okay, every season or every year in the game, we're getting more equipment, more fields, and then that just snowballs. Before you know it, you've played you know 5 or 6 hours on a map, and you've already gotten like this huge fleet of vehicles and all this stuff. So um as compared to here, we start out with these tiny fields. I mean, I understand that, it wasn't 100% yield quality or anything like that with the one field it gave us there. But I mean, what we got, let's look real quick. Hopefully not run into the bridge. At 3,000 liters of wheat. I mean, what? Let's see. But, that's okay. That's it wouldn't be much of a challenge if it was easy, right? All right, so let's see. I think we can get this here. We just gotta. Oh yeah, yeah. We got like a mile of room on each side. Okay. Okay, let's see here. Let's get this unfolded. It's a pretty crazy machine. I've never actually, I don't think I've ever actually used this thing in this game. That thing. All right. A lot of good fields for harvest over here too. Sorry about your sorghum. All right. I think we'll start at this end here. You know, I probably not even worried about the bridge. I think I can get over right there. Let's see. Here we go. Hate to drive in this guy's field, but with the way everything is so close quarters here. All right, and there we go, getting potatoes. Are we getting potatoes? Oh, there we go. Now they're loading up. That's okay. I didn't see a loading first, and I was like, wait a minute, are we getting potatoes? Oh, but I guess it's at a little bit of a delay because it's got to go through the chute there and everything. All right, well, there we go. Well, they are loading up. All right, so like I said here, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna jump cut this until our completion here of this, because I'm sure nobody wants to see me go back and forth here 30,000 times with the the tiny working range of the potato harvester. So we'll get this finished up and I'll bring you right back. See you soon. Hey everyone, and we are back. So we got the potatoes done there. It took a lot longer than expected, and as I'm sure you can see, we have no money left. What happened? Well, I did want to go ahead and I bought something because I didn't think the worker was gonna take that much money. Because the potatoes were filling up so much, I was pretty much running back and forth all the way out here to deliver the potatoes, and had the worker kind of harvest in the field. Uh, but then it did. So then the worker stopped, obviously, because we had no money. And it took it that much longer because instead of being able to run back and forth while the worker worked, uh, had to finish probably about half the field myself. So dumb decision on my part. Should have just let things be. But hey, is what it is. So yeah, see, that's the last wage payment that the worker took. But this is the last load here. The field is completely harvested. Actually, the contract's already finished. Um, but I'm taking this last load up there because obviously this is just going to be all profits here for us. So almost there. See, this is why it was so beneficial to having the worker, because of how far this was away to take this up here. All right, well, let's see here. Get up here. Okay, and there we go. Yep, see, it's all profit, so. And look at that, $4,300. That's about half the contract. All right, so we'll just leave that there. We'll go back to our farm and complete this contract. There it is. Collect. And there we are, 14.9. So a little bit ahead of where we were, but now we also have this over here. We got a greenhouse. So I know some of the productions later are going to include some of the stuff in here, like I believe it's cakes. I believe require strawberries at least. I don't know about the other stuffs too much. But I wanted to get that going here, especially since we're about to start fast forwarding through some months here. I wanted to get that in place. Let's see which one is the fastest. 21, 24, 24. Okay. Actually, I could probably use our truck. Well, no, I'm not gonna use a truck. Because what we're gonna have to do here now is see, set that there. Is get ourselves a, oh, look at that. Wouldn't that be awesome? But no need for it, actually, really. That would just be way overkill for what we got going on now. Let's see. But we do need to get a water trailer here. So, oh, that's animal transport. But here we go. Let's see. I really like the looks of this one, so I'm just gonna go with this one here. I know it holds a little bit less, but it's cheaper, and I don't know, like I said, I like the looks of it. All right, so let's run up and grab that. And then we're gonna get the water in the greenhouse, and pretty much it's gonna be fast forward time travel to the future here, month by month until we get to harvest season. Again, like I said, this isn't going to be kind of your traditional playthrough, or not playthrough, but traditional like let's play, where we're trying to find things to do every month, and oh, we're going to cultivate today, and oh, and then we'll wait till next month to see. No, it's going to be 1, 2, 3 done, and then on the next season, on to harvest, sell, profit, buy fields, get bigger, get it done. Almost like a speed run without the speed. All right, so here is our water tanker. And to be honest, I don't even know how much that greenhouse holds. We did buy the largest one. That's why we were out of money, because we had like a little over $11,000, and the greenhouse is 10. And I'm like, well, worker's not going to take like $1,500 to finish this field. But sure enough, it did. So then that's, like I said, why we had to finish it up. But it's all good. We're back in the positives here. We still got $7,000 left after getting the water trailer here, and now we just gotta find water. So I thought, no, we don't really have a creek. I know there's the one back there. There's a river up there. Looking at the map, actually, I think we're gonna have to turn around. I think the best bet's gonna be going to this little creek that's down the road here on the right across. Looks like it's across from 55, and then it looks like there's some dirt roads we can use to go back and forth between our farms once we get down that way. I think that's probably going to be our best bet. Let's see. That looks like it's just mud. Let's see. So it's right down here. Yep, I can see it through the trees. Now the question is it shallow enough of an edge? Oh yeah, look at that. It's like smooth right in there almost. Perfect. Alright. Make that smaller there because we know where we're at now. That is some clean, pretty water right there. Especially for like a pond that doesn't have any movement or anything really to it. Alright, and let's see. So there's the dirt road there. We should be able to take this straight to our farm. And one kind of foolish purchase I realized I had made was with the forage wagon there, because I realized we just planted a ton of canola, and we're not going to get any straw from any of that. So that might have been a bit of a waste, but we're still going to hold on to it because we are going to need straw for the animals in the future. Um, Now, whether or not we'll be at the point to where we can just upgrade to a bigger one at that point, I don't know. Um, but I'm sure we're still going to be doing plenty of crops where we're going to need it. So, let's see. Here we go. Let's see, how much does this hold? I was thinking maybe 5,000 liters, but maybe not. No. Okay, so it took it all. All right. So how much does it hold? Let's see. If I can get in. Okay. Oh wow, yeah, that's not even close. Okay, well, let's make another run. All right. And since you already saw that, I'm actually going to cut this out. I'll be part out as well. I'll be right back here with you guys. All right, everybody, and we are back on our way here with our last tanker. Took a few more trips than I thought it was. So apparently it holds 20,000 liters, and of course we're only taking about 6,000 at a time here. So it took a few trips, but that's fine. Hopefully it doesn't eat through that in the entire month or day, because we're just doing the 1 day seasons here. But if it does, then at least we'll have one thing to do between seasons, right? Because that's another thing. I know right now this is just um, after this we're done, and we're just gonna be fast forwarding, straight to harvest time. It's the further along. There we go. Now it's full. The further along this series gets, it's not always going to be like that. Obviously, because once we start getting animals and start having multiple crops, that are harvesting at different times, it's we're not going to be able to skip every single month. It's just kind of how it is in the beginning. So don't think that that's going to be a trend where it's just going to be planting a bunch of fields, or and then skipping 6 or 7 months or something like that, and then coming back and doing it all over again. You know what I'm saying? It's like going to be like that a little bit here in the beginning, but it's not going to be a permanent thing. um, all right, so we got that taken care of. I got all three activated, and we got them to selling because we don't have the equipment right now to be handling the pallets and stuff like that. I know there is a um, kind of a lower price when it's directly selling instead of taking the pallets in, but a lower price is better than no price by not having it all. So it's still going to be a profit, and because water's free. So that's done. Like I said, our crops or our fields are fully fertilized, so we're done. So we're gonna go ahead and fast forward here till harvest. Um, if anything comes up, I'll bring you back. But pretty much it's just gonna be me sitting here, sleeping, coming back, sleeping, coming back, until the crops are ready. And I'll take the when we get to the point, I'll take the water over there and um, fill that up if need be. But there's really not going to be much of anything going on. So I will see you when it's harvest time. See you soon. All right, everybody, and we're back, and everything's ready to harvest. And we're all the way in July, so almost like a full year all the way around. That's kind of crazy because we left in September is when we started before we did the fast forward, and now we're all the way in July. um, but we made it all the way around here. Um, and with this growth calendar here, it looks like it's going to be stuck in harvesting uh, canola, planting canola over and over again, and that can get quite boring. So what I might do is I'm going to see after we get all this canola sold here if there's any maybe soybean fields maybe that are ready for harvest, because they would harvest a little bit later, and then we kind of a little bit different of a they're kind of at the beginning of the year planting schedule there. All right. But anyways, let's go ahead and get this show on the road here. Get this harvested. Oops. Without wrecking everything. Right, and let's see what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna pull that out there, drop it. Now I was looking at the fields there, kind of because they're not rolled and they don't have lime. So it looks like they're at an 83% proficiency. So that's or efficiency, whatever. um, so it's not the greatest, but it's not the worst either. Right. And I don't even know if we'll have to do any unloading since canola doesn't usually take up a whole lot. Now we do have the beehives, so I don't know how much that's going to affect it. Instead of having to back up and turn around, I find it a little bit easier on some of these smaller fields like just to kind of go up and down on the ends, meeting in the center. But you see that greenhouse, I mean, we started, what was it? $6,000, I think maybe we were at. I can't remember what we were down to before we started the fast forwarding, but yeah, all the way up to 25,000. So that's definitely gonna boost our income there. Might have to actually get a couple more. And honestly, I didn't even have to fill the greenhouse up the entire time that we were fast forwarding through the seasons. So I did it once with what was left over in the trailer from the last fill up that we did. There was still like 4,000 liters left in the water tanker. I drove over there and dumped that in, but other than that, I just let it go the whole time because it never. I mean, you can see we're still. Let's go down to it. We're still have 9,000 liters in there. So even if I didn't have that extra that was in the tanker, we still wouldn't have needed to do it. So definitely very efficient there, and that's what this playlist is going to be about. And seeing as we're not even going to get like 2,000 liters of canola off of this, we might just turn this tiny little spot into grass and put some greenhouses here, just make it a big old greenhouse farm. Let's see here. Now we want to actually be farming a little bit. Okay, and there we go. We do the same thing we did before. We're just going to dump that straight into the silo. Okay. Okay, and then again, like I said before, this is about efficiency, so we're not going to do this one. We're going to jump over to this one right here. Actually, no, we were on the right one. Do want to be on this one. because now that that's done, we can go ahead and put our fertilizer down. Now we will, oops, there it is. Now we will go over to this one here and let's grab the mulcher. And I do see that the video is getting a bit long here, so we're probably we're gonna get this mulched up, and then I will probably end the video there at that point. So, or actually, this is gonna take a minute. No, it won't. It'll be fine because we don't even have to turn this on. We just drive back and forth. All right, so let's get this taken care of here. Oh, and you know what? We went that whole year there, and one thing I didn't check on actually was the honey. So I wonder if we have. I didn't get any messages that said there was like no room to spawn or anything like that. So I don't think we ran out of space. I'm pulling the weeder or the mulcher up a little bit too soon here. Couple more passes and that's gonna be that. Looks like workers almost done with the harvesting. They're about halfway done, a little bit more than halfway. Alright, and there we go. It is done. Alright, well, like I said, with the video length here, it is getting to be a little bit long. So I am going to go ahead and cut it here. If you enjoy this content, please like and subscribe and come, and I'll see you back on the next episode. Till then, though, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day and stay safe. Bye bye.